Hey everybody, it's Triple J, and welcome back to another episode of Bountiful Bayou here in City Skylines. And we had some awesome suggestions and a really nice conversation, I feel like, in the comment section about this tram line. And there were a couple great ideas that I think are wonderful and that we should implement. So, one of those being this intersection, this weird little creation that I made. And someone mentioned something very simple that for some reason my brain didn't grab. Or maybe I discussed it in the last episode and there was a reason I didn't do it, but I don't remember what it was. But someone made the great suggestion of having this be tram road, and then we can continue the one-way system through here, but with the tram route, which will then give us a tram stop right at the train station. Now, of course, we do have a tram stop, I believe, in here somewhere, or maybe this is just the turnaround, but then we won't have to have this weird thing. We can move the park back, and while this is, like, very unique and interesting looking, I believe that will make a lot more sense. And what that led me to believe is another comment came through about the train line, and if this was going to affect the amount of train traffic we were going to see because of the tram running essentially the same path, and if it was going to be an express or not. And to that end, I feel like the train line will still get used as an express route. Let's just take a look real quick here. How many people are using this? Yeah, see, only 24 people are using this currently. Is this the one train? Is there another one over here? There should be two on this line. Here comes the other one on the way back. Yeah, 31. So it is not being used as much. Now, there's a couple things we can do with that. We can open up the transport manager, and with the mod that we have installed, we can certainly adjust some of the things with this. We can adjust the speed of the train. So we could say, you know, let's make the train 200 miles an hour, or 150 even, right? So that would just make the train line maybe a little bit more, I don't know, impactful if it can move a little bit faster than the trams. But another thing that we could do, and I think we should do, is on this side, instead of implementing this roundabout, let's have the tram line go all the way around and cut back. Because then we can have two stops in front of the train station, which I think would be really, really, really good. Now, we are still having some people use this, and you have to also keep in mind that over in this area, there's really nothing that's, you know, drawing people over here. There's a little bit of commercial, you know, a little bit of residential, but like nothing substantial. We also don't have a lot of people living over here yet. We don't have, you know, we really don't have a lot even over here, to be honest with you, right? This train station's sort of just in a residential, you know, area. We could have a walking path that cuts over to this from the farmland to get people home quicker from like their work. When this starts to get a little bit more bustly, you know, we might have more people using it, especially if we continue this line to here. We're going to have more traffic cutting through this train line. I do believe that is the case, but right now I think this is just a more effective, maybe perhaps mode of transportation. I don't know. We'll have to kind of keep an eye on that, but I think we should make the adjustments that I talked about, because I think those are good assessments. So let's do it. So we'll upgrade this to this. Now, keep in mind, because this was an avenue, there won't be any trains? There won't be any trams along this side, because we're not going to have them turn around. This will be the turnaround right here. So there won't be any trams coming down the right side of the road here, but that's okay. Not a big deal. Okay, so then we'll grab the 2-lane one-way road with tram tracks. There we go. I'm also going to delete this line because we're going to add some things. So I'm just going to actually, well, maybe I don't need to delete it. We got these roads. Like so. And what we'll do is grab tram route. I'm going to drag a stop, I guess, right there. So this will be the complete turnaround there. That'll be good. And then what I'll do is shift. Oh yeah, move it. Just got a huge update, which is excellent. Slide this back over to the middle. Okay. And then on this end, I think indeed, turn anarchy. I want to make this tram. Oop, that just deleted that fence. So let me turn it off. Collision real fast. And that will still give use to this roundabout, but then what we can do is just put this road back. Because we don't need this little section to be tram, right? Because it's going to be going along that way instead. Before I forget, let me put that little piece of fence back. There. Awesome. I'm going to turn collision back on before I forget. Great. So then, take the tram roads. We're going to grab drag the line to add a stop right in front of the train. And that just gives us use. We should have done this before, but, you know, sometimes you need a little bit of perspective. Sometimes you need to step away from something. Sometimes you need someone else to completely, you know, give you those ideas. But that's just part of the process. And I think that'll be a much more effective tram line. I also want to adjust the color of this. It's a little too purple for my taste. There we go. Okay, so the tram cars. Oh, refiguring it out. Yep, there they go. There they go. And that's going to probably kick out some more trams. Now, that might be another way to do this. So, let me see here. The trams can go 30 miles an hour. They can carry 105 passengers. If I make that 100... 100? Can I apply that? Oh, no. Okay. Strange. Now, how many do we have on here? 12 vehicles. That feels excessive. We do have 400 people at this tram stop. Wow. Okay. That is a kind of a crazy number. I mean, the college is right there. It is sort of the epicenter of this, you know, massive residential area, but still, that is crazy. Yeah, this is what gets tricky about public transportation. You have some stops that have just like a massive number of people, and then you have other stops that just, you know, aren't garnering that many. So what if I said we make this, let's just keep it 10. 10 vehicles. And then what we'll do is we're going to let this kind of run a little bit, and we'll see how many people we start to see on these trains. Because you have to keep in mind, when we started, I don't know how many episodes ago that was, maybe 3 or 4, whenever we put this train line in, we were having, you know, almost capacity on this train line. And now we're having, you know, not even close to a quarter. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. But again, I think, you know, reminding that we don't have everything implemented over here. This isn't a very, very bustling area. And it might be at some point. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. How many people are on this? 0 people are on this. Now, how many people are going to be sitting outside the train station? A few. Not many. Also, this line does not go to the outside. right? These are not regional trains coming in and dropping off any sort of passengers. Yeah, there's a few, but not many. So that picks up 32 people. Yeah, the express just might be used less. It might be, but I think it could be worth having some sort of a connection out here to a walking path. Because we do need to upgrade this farm more. I think we can add some more farms down. I would like to make this feel a little bit more full. As we place it down, we also did add this neighborhood in. So that should have an impact on something. Because keep in mind, the trams do not connect over here, right? They have to essentially either walk over here. What actually might be kind of fun. Oh, you know what? Let's indulge me for a second here. Let's do something here. And I think we'll use this basic path here. First, I'm going to grab the terraform tool. Because here's something that I don't think is appropriate for this area because it's so rural. Is having a bridge over the highway, the freeway right here. Feels just kind of weird to me. Doesn't feel very natural. But what we could do is have sort of like a scenic-esque path that cuts underneath the highway. And then that will go up and over the train over here, which is fine. Just want to see how this plays out. What I might even do is make this dirt for a little ways. I don't like that waviness, though. So I think I might need to actually adjust this more properly. I don't know if that's enough. We'll give it a shot. Yeah, that's fine. This will cut underneath. Like so. I'm okay with that little bit of that kind of dip over there. And then at some point, this is going to have to switch over to concrete. But I think what we could do is have the concrete just be the bridge portion of this. Right? You're kind of going from that rural sort of, you know, dirt path to like a city-made, you know, area. How do I want to do this? Because I have to get over the train and I have to get over the tram. I did this. And then just down. And is there a crossing? There is now. And I can do that on the far side only, potentially. I don't think I need them on both sides. Yeah. So I want to have that. Something like this. Kill that. And then... oh, sort of have that be a bridge? Oh, that's... huh. Interesting. Can I just delete this? That's kind of strange. I don't know why it was doing that. There we go. Okay. That was really goofy. And then this will remain and change to this dirt road. Have a nice little curve there. Now, of course, I don't think a lot of people are going to use that at this very moment, but we have many more farms and things to put in there. So I think we will have an opportunity for that to get used. Just going to kind of fill that in a little bit more. And see how that gets used. This person's using it. Look at this. Look at this. Sophie Campbell. Where does she live? She's a specialist at the small crop field. And she lives in the forest residence. All the way. Oh my gosh, that is a commute. That is a commute. So presumably she will take the train? This is actually an interesting case study. Let's keep following Sophie Campbell for a little bit. This will be an interesting study to see if she decides to take the train or the tram. Look at that. There are more people walking on this already. Okay, I was not expecting that many people to use it. But that's good. That's a really, really good sign. And that might increase the amount of people we have on our train lines. But we'll see what Sophie Campbell does. This is all on you, Sophie. Don't let us down. She is indeed getting on the platform, and she can access this directly from here, which is really, really nice. So she is going to be taking the train home from her job, which she may not have before. I think Sophie would have more than likely gotten into her vehicle and at least drove... Man, she might have drove to the tram station, but and it's possible that she still might have driven to the train, but now we've taken a car off the road. I don't know if she would have walked that distance from over here up onto this, over this, and down. I don't know. I don't think she would have. Very interesting. This is the beauty of this game. This is what I love about City Skylines. This is what I love about this. The Sims will walk so far. I don't know. It's always a joy to see your paths working, to see the Sims actually using the things that you're implementing. It kind of makes you feel, you know, justified for your actions. Like, hey, you know what? I did something useful. I put in a very effective transportation route, and I'm happy about that. And look at this. We're having people cross over and cut back, maybe to get onto the tram stop, maybe just to walk home from here. I don't know, but we're having people access the platform from here and then also up and over, which is really cool. I am very happy about that. So on that note, it kind of makes me want to just put some more farms down over here. Because where are we at with this? Strawberry Farm. We have products, resource units that we've produced is way above and beyond what we need. We do need about 200 more workers, though. So we haven't unlocked the large crop fields yet, which I think is probably what I was waiting for. But we could put down perhaps a couple more of these. Okay, I don't know what that is or why that's happening right now. I don't even have any assets. Interesting. Do I want to farm on this side? I think a big crop field right there is probably going to be better, but let's put down a couple little ones there. And they're already the type of crop that I want. Then we can put some larger ones up there. A small one there and there-ish. Create more jobs. We should get some of the larger or the medium animal pastures out here. Doesn't hurt. Because we did unlock that, right? Oh, we did not. Oh, there's no medium. It's just small and large. Got it. Got it. Well, we do have the apple orchard over there, and we do have a little bit of tree production over in here, so I think we could probably continue that with the medium fruit fields. Because there's really... Yeah. These are all kind of what I want them to be, I think, anyway, right? These are pears. I like the color of the pears. They're very low-key. I am going to smooth this out a little bit so we have... So it's not dipping down like that as much. And then maybe another one right here on this road. Slide it over just a bit. And then the inside, maybe we can put some of the larger ones. Yeah, I think this is gonna look really, really nice when it's all said and done. Let's put down a couple of the barns, silos, perhaps. We haven't unlocked the large grain silos yet, but we can certainly put down a couple of those. Maybe over here as well. Create some more jobs. Kind of like it on that angle a little bit. How are we looking there? 694. Okay, so we're about to cross the 700 threshold, which would be good. That just means hopefully more people using this. Look at all these people. Look at this. I think this might be worth, you know what? I'm gonna actually do that to give that maybe a little bit. You know, it's okay if it's a little bit of a dip, right? It's a dirt path. You know, I'm gonna put the farm fence along this, actually, and then add some trees to this. I think that'll start to look real cozy. Just to, you know, keep people from running onto the train tracks and things. Remember Sophie Campbell? Man, that was great. Sophie was like, she set it all in motion for us. I feel like, in a way, right? Felt like she was the inaugural user of this path that we didn't know what it was gonna do. We didn't know how it was gonna perform, and now look at it. All in the name of Sophie. Yeah, so we'll just do a little, like, yeah, a little bit of that there. Take that down, because I just want to, like... So a little, soften that just a little bit. And then what we can do... is just have... a little bit of these trees here. Fill that in. And you have this nice scenic walk on your way home from work. I mean, that's nice. I mean, the solar tower isn't the best thing ever, but look at all these people using this. Which I'm curious, what has this done to our train line? So 40 people, yeah. I mean, technically we're losing money on this. Not a ton of people. That's obviously not ideal yet, but it's a little bit more than it was. So that's something. Where's the train coming back? How are you doing? 28. Yeah, a little bit of a boost. But really, that's nothing substantial. But even if it boosts the tram lines a little bit in this area, you know, I'm cool with it. 41, I'm good with that. Just the fact that people are using it, I think, is a really, really good sign. And this makes a lot of sense to be a tram route. It really does. And it may take away from it. The reality is that there's so many forms of public transportation in this game. And, you know, figuring out... going into the train line, I had every full intention. Every full intention. Yes. I had every intention and understanding that putting this train line in was trying to be the long-term solution. But then as you go and you start to adapt and you start to change your city and you start to look at some of this stuff, you start to realize, well, yeah, this should be a tram road, right? We kind of came to that realization, and so we made it a tram route. And now that's kind of diminished the returns on the train. Well, you know, so be it. Trains are fun to look at. You know, there's definitely optimal ways to probably do this. There's probably way more optimal ways to do this, but the reality is that I like how the train looks. I think it's cool. I think it's gonna really, blend into our downtown sector. And if I was to make everything super, super efficient, I think we'd have probably a very, very boring city. So, you know, I think you always have to keep in mind and sort of track, you know, the progress and, you know, what you're trying to do with your city and make it functional, but then balance it with the aesthetics and just sort of enjoy it, right? Because we're making $14,000 a week right now. Does it matter if my trams are losing money? Does it matter if my train is losing money? If I'm happy with it, what does it matter? That's kind of the way that I look at this game. I don't want to take it too seriously because, you know, there's only 24 people on this train. It's literally a tenth of capacity. Whatever. We'll see how it gets moved later. The Sims are happy because it's here, and that's really what's important. And you know, you just gotta enjoy it. Just have fun. Just have fun. So let's see. How are we doing over here? 717. Okay, so we're creeping up to that 800 limit. I think we'd probably get some more. How many do you have? 70 workers. Yeah, so the processing plants are definitely where it's at when it comes to, you know, more of that. So I guess we could put... I could put another milking parlor probably next to this. Again, I don't want to make this super... Like, we do have this huge slaughterhouse, but it's such a big asset. So we can add some more of these things down, but I don't want to make this so large and so industrial looking. I do want it to feel a little bit more rural. So I want to hit my limits on it. And to me, the rural look is having more of the fields and less of the processing. So if we can sort of hit that mark, I'll be good with it. We can add a couple more crop fields right here. I don't remember what this is, but probably have a large one over there. So I'm gonna put a medium and a small here. What is this? Potatoes? Yeah, I kind of want to keep all these the same. And we can add another barn to this. Oh, let's add a silo right there. And then after we sort of have all of the larger ones in here, then I think I'll start to put the paths through here, kind of like I did with the apple orchard out here. But I want to wait for the larger ones to do that. Like, I think it might be worth... can I... Nope. So I can do that. Can I slide this? Yeah. To make that not so... feel like such a corner there. like so. Yeah. Excellent. Well, everybody, I think that is going to do it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. We had a couple nice breakthroughs, a couple nice aesthetic breakthroughs in this episode, and we ultimately made our train line much, much better. So I really appreciate the suggestions. Sometimes, you know, you need outside perspectives to see some of this stuff. So really appreciate it. Guys, keep the comments coming, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode of Bountiful Bayou here in City Skylines. Bye, everybody.